एवरीवन, मेरा नाम है फजल। आप देख रहे हैं MFA सिविल इंजीनियरिंग। सो टुडेस टॉपिक इज अ प्रेशर एंड इट्स मेजरमेंट। वी नो प्रेशर इज equal to the force per unit area. The unit of the pressure is force we are measuring in a Newton and the area measured in a meter square. Now the SI unit of the pressure is Newton per meter square. Now pressure can also be measured in a Pascal, represented by the capital P and small a. 1 Pascal is equal to 1 Newton per meter square. And also the pressure can also be measured in a bar. 1 bar is equal to 10 raised to 5 Newton per meter square or 10 raised to 5 Pascal. Let's understand the various laws of the pressure. First is the Pascal's law. Pascal's law states that the pressure or the intensity of a pressure in a static fluid is equal in all directions. Now let's see the proof of the Pascal's law. Consider a fluid element of a wedge shaped of a unit width as shown in a figure. Now the horizontal side is a dx along the x axis and the vertical side is a dy along the y axis, and this is a ds along the axis. Now for the unit width, the area of this side is a dx into 1 and the area of this vertical side is a dy into 1 and ds into 1. Similarly, now the pressure force which are acting on all these sides are, this is a py pressure force which are acting parallel to the y axis, like this is a x axis, this is a y axis and this is a z axis. Now similarly, this is a pressure force which are acting on the vertical side parallel to the x axis. Now similarly, this is a pressure force which are acting on a parallel to the z axis. Now if this is a theta, then this angle should be a theta for an interior corresponding angle. Now if this angle is theta, this is perpendicular to this face, since this is a 90 minus theta. Now resolve the pressure Pz in a vertical and the horizontal component. This is a Pz, horizontal is a sine 90 minus theta, and this is a Pz cos of 90 minus theta. Okay, now there is basically two forces which are acting on these fluid elements. First is the pressure forces and second is the weight of the fluid. First, for the equilibrium of this fluid in a static fluid, the force along the x direction should be equal to 0. Now the force along the x direction, summation of all the forces in the x direction should be equal to 0. Now we have know that pressure force is equal to pressure into area. Now the pressure force which are acting on the horizontal direction is first px into area dy into 1. We are considering the pressure which are acting on the right side direction is positive, then this value is acting in the left side direction, since it is a negative. Pz into sine of 90 minus theta into area is a ds into 1 is equal to 0. Now px into dy minus pz, sine 90 minus theta is a cos of theta, ds is equal to 0. Now in this triangle, suppose that naming is A, B and C. A, B and C, cos theta is equal to adjacent upon hypotenuse. Adjacent is AB upon hypotenuse is a AC. AB, the value of AB is a dy upon ds, since dy is equal to ds into cos of theta. Now replace the value of the ds cos theta to the dy. Now px into dy minus pz, ds cos theta is equal to dy equal to 0. Now shift this value to the other side of the equal. Px into dy is equal to pz into dy. Now dy get cancelled, since px is equal to pz. Now from this equation, the pressure force which are acting on the parallel to the x-axis is equal to the pressure force acting parallel to the z-axis. Now for the other equilibrium condition, the force of the acting in the vertically direction should be equal to 0. Now the pressure force which are acting vertically is first is from the bottom side. Consider Py, pressure along the y direction, into dx into 1. We are considering a vertical is a positive, then the vertically down is a negative. Pz into cos of 90 minus theta into area is a ds into 1. And also the weight of the fluid is a volume, weight of the fluid is a mass into acceleration due to gravity is equal to 0. Py into dx into 1. This is a Py into dx minus Pz. Cos of 90 minus theta is a sine of theta into ds minus mass into acceleration due to gravity is equal to 0. Now we are considering a small molecule of the liquids. The size of this molecule is comparatively very less, since the weight of this molecule is also very small amount, since we can neglect the weight of the fluids. Now the remaining value become Py into dx minus Pz into sine of theta into ds is equal to 0. Similarly, by applying a sine theta in this triangle, sine theta is equal to opposite, means BC upon hypotenuse means AC. BC is a dx upon ds. Now the dx is equal to ds into sine of theta. Now replace the value of the ds sine theta with the dx. Now Py into dx minus Pz. Now ds into sine theta replaced with the dx is equal to 0. Now Py dx equal to Pz. Shift this value to the other sides of the equal, then dx get cancelled, since pressure along the y direction is equal to pressure along the z direction. Now from this equation and this equation, it is clear that pressure along the x direction is equal to pressure along the y direction is equal to pressure along the z direction. Now this is a proof of the Pascal's law, which is state that the pressure or the intensity of a pressure in a static liquid is equal in all directions. Now second law is a hydrostatics law. Hydrostatic law is stated that the rate of increase in a pressure in the vertically downward direction is equal to the specific weight of the fluids at that point. Now let's see the proof of the hydrostatics law. Consider a fluid element as a B, C, D as shown in the figure. From the height of the Z from the surface of the fluids, let delta Z is the height of the fluids and delta A is the area of a fluid at a point AB, and the AB is equal to the DC. Now there are the various forces which are acting on the fluid element. Let's see, first is a pressure force. Along the sides of the AB, pressure force is equal to the pressure into area. Pressure is the pressure due to a fluid available at the top of the AB into area is a delta A. Now second is a pressure force which are acting from on the bottom sides. Now pressure force at DC is equal to pressure due to the fluid element available at the AB plus pressure due to this space weight of this fluid is suppose dP upon dz into delta z. This is a small pressure which is increased due to its weight of this fluid element. Now delta A, this is the area of it CD. Now third is the weight of the fluid weight of the fluid is equal to mass into acceleration due to gravity, which is equal to mass can be written as a density into volume into acceleration due to gravity. Density into acceleration due to gravity. Volume of this fluid element is a delta A, area of the AB, into height is a delta Z. Okay. Now there are two more forces which are acting on the AB sides, and other forces are AD sides. Both forces are equal but in opposite direction, since these forces should cancel each other. Now the total forces which are acting on this fluid element is the pressure force on the top sides, second is the pressure force from the bottom side, and third is the weight of the fluid. Now for the equilibrium condition, all the forces in a vertical direction should be equal to 0. Now the forces which are acting on the fluid is first is a P, force along the top sides is equal to delta A. Now considering a force which are acting in a vertically downward direction is a positive. Now these forces act vertically upward direction, since it is a negative. P plus dP upon dz into delta Z into area of delta A. Now the weight of the fluid which are acting on downward direction, since it is a positive, rho g into delta A into delta Z is equal to 0. Now open this bracket, P into delta A minus delta A into P into delta A minus plus minus dP upon dz into delta Z into delta A plus density into acceleration to gravity into delta A into delta Z is equal to 0. Now this value P delta A plus P delta A minus this get cancelled. Now dP upon dz. Now taking these two value common, since delta A into delta Z bracket minus dP upon dz plus rho into g is equal to 0. Now cancelling this term, the term become dP upon dz plus rho into g is equal to 0. Now dP upon dz is equal to rho into g, but rho into g is a specific weight. Now this is a proof of the hydrostatics law. Rate of change of pressure in a vertically downward direction is equal to the specific weight of the fluids. Now when we have to find a pressure, now integrate this term with respect to the pressure, since dP is equal to the rho into g into z dz. By integrating this, we got the final total pressure. Integration of dP is a P is equal to rho g are the constant, since dz is z. Z is the height of the fluid element from the surface of the fluid. Now this is the expression for the pressure force which are acting on a fluid element at a height of the z. Now from this equation we can determine the height of the fluid element if we have a pressure. The height of the fluid element can be determined as a density as pressure upon rho into g. This H is called as a pressure. Now let's understand the various systems of the pressure. First is the absolute pressure. Absolute pressure is defined as the pressure which is measured from the absolute zero or the vacuum pressure. Consider we have a measure of two pressure like A and B. A is more than the atmospheric pressure and B is slightly less than the atmospheric pressure. When we have to measure a pressure of A and B from the absolute zero, then this pressure system is called as the absolute pressure. Okay. Now second is a gauge pressure. Gauge pressure is defined as the pressure which is measured from the atmospheric pressure. When we are considering atmospheric pressure as a reference, and above this reference if we are calculating a pressure, then this pressure is called as a gauge pressure. Now third is a vacuum pressure. When we are calculating a pressure below the atmospheric pressure, then this pressure is called as atmospheric pressure. Now B is the pressure we are calculating is slightly less than the atmospheric pressure. when we are calculating a pressure of a bee from the atmospheric pressure to the downward direction, then this pressure system is called as the vacuum pressure. Okay, now the absolute pressure from this diagram, absolute pressure is equal to atmospheric pressure plus gauge pressure. Atmospheric pressure plus gauge pressure. Okay, now second value for the vacuum pressure. Vacuum pressure is equal to the atmospheric pressure minus atmospheric pressure minus this is the absolute pressure. Okay, this is a relation between the absolute pressure, atmospheric pressure and the gauge pressure, and similarly the vacuum pressure, atmospheric pressure and absolute pressure.